To another strange story now, and if you were keeping score in this race, birds won, apartment residents nil. Fire officials say an attempt to get rid of a bird's nest sparked a fire instead, causing thousands of dollars in damage. And as Check News reporter Lee Checkstad tells us, people are angry their neighbors' efforts put them in danger.
On a quiet Sunday morning, all you can hear at the Gorge View Apartments is the sound of birds chirping. But the quiet sounds of nature were too much for one man here, and he took it as a mission to rid his fourth-floor balcony of a bird's nest bothering him. It didn't go as planned.
Well, I went out to go see what was going on.
And what do you think when you saw this?
Wow. It was definitely something exciting.
People are like, oh, the roof's on fire. And then I look up there, and then I see the smoke, and then I actually see some flames, and I'm like, oh, wow.
For John Schaffner, the sight in front of him had his mind racing.
Yeah, well, it was a little freaky, like if it got out of control, because I got my 73-year-old grandpa here, and he can't really move around.
People who live in these buildings say the fire alarm goes off all the time for things like burnt toast. So when it went off again on Saturday night, they weren't sure it was something to worry about. They quickly realized it was.
Firefighters who were already at the scene of another area fire rushed over and realized the cause of this was human error.
Somebody had tried to rid their apartment of a bird's nest with a lighted cigarette. Caught the nest on fire, which in turn got the soffit and the roof going.
Crews had to tear up the roof with axes and chainsaws. The result, $25,000 in damage, and neighbors frustrated someone would act so carelessly.
I think that's a pretty silly way to do it.
That's absurd. Like, why would you try to burn out birds? Like, they're living creatures, and you're gonna try to set them on fire? Like, there could have been babies in there, and that's just kind of cruel.
Now the fire is out, and the quiet sound of birds outside the Gorge View Apartments continues.